Imagine walking into a grocery store, grabbing a coffee, and just walking out. No checkout lines, no scanning barcodes, no small talk with a cashier. Your phone stays in your pocket, and seconds later, a digital receipt appears. For years, Amazon told the world this was a multi-billion-dollar miracle of modern science. They called it just walk out technology, a breakthrough powered entirely by state-of-the-art computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and advanced artificial intelligence. But it was a lie. It wasn't a futuristic AI brain calculating your bill. It was an army of over 1,000 low-wage workers sitting in offices in India, watching you through security cameras, manually adding items to your virtual shopping cart. Amazon didn't build the future. They built a high-tech illusion. And this is the story of how the world's biggest tech giant fell from grace by selling a fake future. To understand how we got here, we have to go back to 2016. Silicon Valley was obsessed with automation. Uber was promising self-driving cars. Elon Musk was promising robots. And Amazon's founder, Jeff Bezos, wanted to eliminate the most annoying part of everyday life: waiting in line at the grocery store. Amazon launched a highly secretive project called Amazon Go. The premise was revolutionary. They lined the ceilings of their stores with hundreds of blacked-out cameras and weight sensors on every single shelf. The pitch to investors and the public was simple. The AI tracks your skeletal movement. It knows the exact millisecond your hand touches a box of cereal, and it uses sensor fusion to know if you put it in your bag or back on the shelf. When the first store opened to the public in Seattle, the media lost its mind. Tech journalists called it magic. Analysts predicted that Amazon would license this technology to every retailer on Earth, creating a trillion-dollar monopoly over physical commerce. But as the stores began to expand to London, New York, and Chicago, people started noticing strange glitches in the matrix. If a system is run by an advanced AI operating at the speed of light, your receipt should be instant. But Amazon Go customers started realizing they weren't getting their receipts for 2, 3, or sometimes even 5 hours after leaving the store. If you bought a banana at 9 a.m., Amazon wouldn't charge you until lunchtime. Why? Because the AI was stuck in traffic. An investigative report later revealed a shocking internal metric that Amazon kept strictly confidential. For a just walk out store to be considered successful, the human backup team should only need to review a small fraction of transactions, maybe 20 to 50 out of every 1,000. But in reality, Amazon's system was so overwhelmed by basic human movements, like two people wearing the same color jacket or a child moving a product to a different shelf, that human reviewers in India had to manually watch and validate 700 out of every 1,000 transactions. Think about the math here. Amazon spent hundreds of millions of dollars building hardware, mounting thousands of cameras, and marketing an AI-powered utopia. But behind the curtain, they had simply outsourced traditional cashier jobs to a cheaper labor market on the other side of the planet. The AI wasn't doing the work. The AI was just a middleman generating video footage for a human being to watch on a monitor. This brings us to a dirty little secret in Silicon Valley. It's a strategy called Pseudo-AI, or sometimes referred to as the Wizard of Oz technique. In the tech industry, building a real, flawless machine learning model takes years and costs billions. But venture capitalists and public markets want results now. So many tech startups follow a dangerous playbook: fake it until you make it. They build a beautiful front-end user interface, tell the world it's run by an advanced algorithm, and then secretly hire thousands of humans behind the scenes to do the work manually. Presto, a human-centric scheduling startup that claimed to use AI voice bots at drive-thrus was caught using offshore workers in the Philippines to take over 70% of the orders. Expensify, an expense tracking app that claimed to scan receipts using smart AI OCR tech, was caught using humans to manually type out the receipt data. Amazon thought they could use their massive wealth to brute force this model. They hoped that by using thousands of human reviewers to correct the data, the AI would eventually train itself and become self-sufficient. But they underestimated how chaotic human behavior is in a real grocery store. The technology just wasn't ready. By 2024, the reality of the costs caught up with the illusion. Maintaining thousands of high-tech cameras per store, combined with paying a massive human workforce to audit the video streams, made the stores wildly unprofitable. Amazon quietly admitted defeat. They announced they were officially removing Just Walk Out technology from their large-scale Amazon Fresh grocery stores. The replacement? A high-tech shopping cart with a literal barcode scanner attached to it. Customers now have to manually scan their own groceries as they place them in the cart. Amazon went from promising a sci-fi future to giving us a slightly shinier version of the self-checkout machine we've used for the last 20 years. What is the ultimate lesson of Amazon's fall from grace in the AI retail space? First, charisma and marketing are not a business model. Just because a trillion-dollar company tells you something is powered by AI doesn't mean it is. Second, true technological disruption cannot be faked. If the unit economics of a business rely on hiding 1,000 workers behind a curtain to pretend a machine is working, it is a house of cards destined to collapse. In the modern gold rush of artificial intelligence, the companies making the most noise are often the ones with the most to hide.